This is a continuation on from a TikTok reading I just did. So 10 minutes on TikTok. I'll do a brief recap before we dive into a little bit more reading here. So what we're starting based off of was this maiden's journey, surrendering to the maiden's journey and the usage of your voice that the journey is asking you to start using. That's what the Siren of Surrender is calling out, is the vocal surrender to the universe. That's part of your journey here. We had this piece of talking about judgment, that you are not the judge for other people. You're not the judge yourself, but you do encourage judgment. Oop. Sorry, we were recording a video. What else did we have here? She of the Invisible Ally. Okay, this was talking about your ancestors. So your ancestors are encouraging people in the background with your energetic permission or your energetic support, maybe more than permission. They're supporting other people in working through their failures and their rage at themselves and what they haven't accomplished. You're supporting these people in working through these shadows for themselves, not as the judge, but as somebody who calls down judgment in a I know you can be better type of way. Let's see, what else did we have here? You are incredibly supported by spirits and Mother Earth and the ancestors. You maybe have a possession of an ancestor that you are meant to kind of respect in a ritual. This is definitely calling you to do a ritual for your ancestors and respect them with intention and time and energy. Asking about grid work for crystal grids, we pulled out foundations with pyrite and angels with selenite and angelite. So this is your shadow work. This is securing the work you've done on your shadows and reinforcing the respect towards your ancestors and the angels and spirits here. So you're encouraged to put together a grid or an altar that maybe contains a heavy weighted stone like pyrite or like hematite. Angelite would also be useful here, and aura quartz, a selenite, any other type of quartz would be really well here, a smoky quartz as well. Think blues, blacks, and whites is what we're going for in this grid, supporting your ancestors and supporting yourself in the work that you are being called to do. Supporting your voice and your expression as well is important here. Okay, now that we've covered that, let's continue on with our reading. I do want to know a little bit more about the ancestors. We're going to try to make it less than 15 minutes here on YouTube. Tell me about the ancestors. Tell me about our spirits and ancestors and angels. Surya, rising. Like the rising sun. The light of a new day. Do it now, Mars. You are being encouraged to stop procrastinating. It is time to rise and shine. Rise and shine. You know, what is that? Jenner, one of the Jenner sisters. I don't know, Kardashians. But you are being called to stop procrastinating. Just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just do it. Shia LaBeouf. Man, we're really coming in here with the memes. Those memes 10 years ago. Chang'e. I don't know who this is. I hope I didn't pronounce that wrong. Divine service. Yeah. You're asked to communicate on behalf of the divine. You're asked to communicate in such a way that it encourages, supports, and almost forces judgment on people's healing, on certain people healing from their failures, from their rage, from their feelings about themselves, their insecurities and their shame. You are being asked to witness for the universe with your voice and service the divine collective in healing and growth. There's some more here. The Kaile, I cannot say that, Kaliak, stillness. So this is the crone archetype. This is sitting in your wintering era, being so confident and comfortable in who you are and your vitality and what you're meant to do, the energy that comes from you. Look at the energy that's coming from her hands. You have this same ability here. This is you being a vital node for the universe. Not in the, you're an old crone type or anything, but you embody the crone in whatever stage of life you are. Same with the maiden, same with the mother. You embody it all at once. Right now, you're being asked to be so secure in yourself, such as the old woman who has seen all the shit, knows that men ain't shit. I don't know if you've seen the trend going around of a woman asking older woman. It's like a younger woman who's asking older women, like, do men ever change? And without fail, every older woman is like, no, they never change. You know, don't waste your youth. This is reaffirming that, but you are meant to be a very vital piece of divine judgment towards these people, these men who ain't shit. I'm gonna say men. I'm sorry if that offends some people here who identify as men and were resonating with this reading. Zeus comes out. That's so funny. You've got the power. You've got the power. So this isn't like men ain't shit, but you, if you are a divine feminine associating person, actually need to start leaning into the divine masculine side of the polarity within yourself. You are so comfortable as a divine feminine. You have taken that responsibility and know that's who you are. Now it's time for you to utilize some of the energy of the divine masculine to move forward with confidence. We've got a lot of divine masculine here, like a lot of warrior, powerful leadership energy. Like, you've got the power and you can do it. And then we have the crone to top it all off, the most powerful of the feminine archetypes here, of the mother, maiden, crone triplicity, because of her wisdom and her age and her experience, her maturity. Okay, you've got that maturity. Now you need to back it up with the power and leadership of the divine masculine archetype that is within you. You just maybe have not been as comfortable expressing that. And we had my light turn off in confirmation. So you've been dimming your light, and right now you're being asked to do it, even if it's imperfect. Like, this is not perfect, and I'm not going to claim anything I do is ever perfect. The fact that I don't stumble on my words as much when I'm doing this stuff is something, I'll tell you that. Makes me feel confident in channeling. Maybe you are needing to feel more confident in your channeling. If that's the case, let's make a community of people supporting each other with practicing channeling. I'm absolutely happy to do that. One of my dreams one day is to have a library of oracle and tarot decks that people don't have to invest the money, but they can still come use the tools. And for me, like, there will be a process of energetic cleansing, but I'm into chaos, and me having other people's energy in my decks just adds to the chaos magic that I can utilize. So lean into the chaos, let go of the perfection. Be a leader and use your voice. You're meant to do that for the divine, for the universe. Let's see if there's a message from this. This is Sacred Creator's Oracle. I also pulled a lot of decks around magic and creativity. The Sacred Flow of Yes. You have been saying no to the universe, and it hasn't been putting you in a flow state. And I think it's because you've been scared of the power that you could have and the power you think you have. But you are meant to say yes to this and accept the flow state. It's because you've been off balance. I think this comes back to the grid work that you've been recommended to do, settling into your foundations, protecting yourself and your energy. You might need to do some cleansing work, but definitely like figure out some type of grid of protection and stability that you can have in your life, whether that's jewelry, whether that's a crystal setup in your room somewhere. It could just be a tiny altar in some corner that has the intention of protection. Grids don't really have to be perfectly geometric. That's part of chaos sometimes, is they're not perfectly geometric. They don't have to be. It amplifies it a little bit more. Move beyond intention to belief. So instead of just having the intention and intention setting, you have to actually shift your timeline. You have to shift your entire embodiment, so it's not a maybe this will happen, oh I want this to happen. It is happening. That's the difference between intention and manifesting. It is happening. Light in the unexpected. This is the core of what you're trying to heal in others. You are shining the light, showing the unexpected. You are the light within the unexpected, within the chaos. And you are able to help others find the light within themselves. There's a key here as well. There's a key here. Unlocking the change in believing instead of just setting intentions is going to be the key here. You have to fully embody and believe wholeheartedly that this is what you're meant to do. This is what you can do. You are capable of doing this. You don't need to be certified by anybody. You don't have to go to school and get a degree in some field to validly do this and be proficient in it. I think we're all caught up in this, like, but we need to be credentialed by other people. Like, we have to make sure, like, we have the authority to say these things and other people give us that authority. The universe has given you this authority. Do it. Just do it. You've got the ability. You've got the power. People do way more with less experience. Why do you think that your voice is less vital, less valuable, something that people shouldn't listen to as much? Like, other people are saying way less valuable shit and contributing way less to the collective good than you feel you can do, than you feel you will do when you do this. Because this isn't an if anymore, this is a when. You need to believe it. You are doing this. You've got the ability. Alright, we got heated there for a second. You guys. I think I want to close this out with a bell, so let me get a bell really quick, because, you know, we just got a little charged there. Alright, mother, we got the mother here, triple goddess, cleansing us away. Thank you for watching. I hope this resonated. Definitely follow me on TikTok and here on YouTube. I'm gonna try to figure out some kind of posting schedule and thing that I'm doing here with all this. But follow me. I am gonna do more astrology and oracle readings on my YouTube, so, you know, stick around.